Oh, hey guys, how's it
So,
going?
How's it going?
we're about to get started
Yeah.
with our recap for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. You guys ready?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Nah.
Caroline said no, so we'll wait until Caroline's ready.
All right.
Anyway, Daniel and heels.
We ended our session there, the rest of the party being urged to head over to Bariteach Circle and the villains who attacked at Fide Beach being taken away to a secure facility. You all arrive at the wreckage of Bariteach Circle, Daniel healing some more minor injuries of people, heroes, and civilians alike. Other heroes moving about, digging through the rubble, looking for survivors. You also see an anxious-looking Steinar Stevenson trying not to be noticed in a corner of the medical tent near Daniel.
They told us that this was a distraction so they can get to the heads of Moreau's. Where are they?
They're safe. Silver Lady was with them. She's been hired as their personal bodyguard.
Good.
Kind of jerks a thumb towards Steinar, who's a couple feet away. Don't know what his deal is today.
Ian's going straight up to him.
Okay.
What up, small boy?
Oh, hey.
Steinar?
How's it going?
Great time to ask. Where's the money that you owe me for the door that you
Out of-
broke down?
All the things you're thinking about right now, Ian, it's that.
That was
Yeah?
65 years ago, Ian.
And I'm still waiting.
70,
Eat.
technically.
Ian,
Steinar, what happened to your mom?
I don't know. I just woke
Is it
up,
in the
was
closet?
gonna
Is
head
it
over,
in
and
the house?
couldn't find it in my box that I usually have it in.
Alright, roll me a stealth check. 33. Steadfast doesn't seem to notice you, but Thalia very much does. As you kind of look around the corner, investigating it, you see that there's this stone statue of sorts. And it's weird what you're looking at, and then you notice, you put the connection very quickly, that something has gone terribly wrong, as this is a very perfectly lifelike statue of First in Flight.
Oh, shit.
And
Oh,
I liked him. Kills every character. I like.
So you guys get to Steinar's fairly nice apartment complex. All of you guys kind of grouping, Athena, Daniel, and El Phantasma being the last ones there. Steinar's looks around, and he goes up to his apartment, kind of leading you guys, and you go to unlock the door, and you see the door opens, and Seamus is inside, kind of surprised at the large group.
Hi.
Hello.
There you go.
What's
You got a
up?
bit of a party here.
Yes.
I was promised booze.
They saved my life again, so I wanted to thank them. And
Save your life. You're in Beritage.
I'm sorry.
Where are you in Beritage? Where are you at the circle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. And you see he
Was.
kind of pulls you in, him being a good bit taller than Steiner, kind of bends over and gives him a hug.
Great to see you're all right, Seamus.
I'm just glad he's alright. Thanks for keeping him safe, I suppose.
Well, you know, on a day's work.
Why on earth were you over there?
He could get full of himself sometimes.
A little bit.
Well, okay,
Well, I mean, I
short
was just-
story is that he saw a couple pedestrians about to be crushed by a building. He goes in to save them, yada yada. He fails, and we swoop in to save him. Again, he seems to have a bad habit of doing that.
El Phantasma and Ashley have kind of walked over to Steinar's room quietly, and you're kind of looking around on the floor with your 29. You see that it does have like some general scuff marks on the wooden floor where it's probably been pulled out and moved back. Nothing super unusual. There's hair that belongs to, I believe, Steinar, the darker brown hair, as well as the orange hair of Seamus, but it's by the bed of... It's like by the base of the bed where either of them could have dropped hair. And you see that it's kind of well hidden under there, and from what Steinar seems to get off, that Seamus isn't really much of a snoop. But there's really nothing there that seems to be indicating that someone else broke in, looking around the windows, looking around the door frames, you know, kind of quietly going back over to the front door to see if anybody had tampered with it or messed with the lock recently. And it seems like only people there were Mop and Seamus. Yeah, roll me perception using your echolocation. Ooh, 46, natural 20.
Nat 20.
So you go
Hell
and stay in the
yeah.
room, kind of just sitting on the floor, sliding down into the cross-legged position, just kind of putting your hands on your temples so you can really focus on sounds that you're really listening for. You hear everyone's breathing, everyone's heart beating loudly in your ears. It starts to get overwhelming, but then you focus it out, focus on what you need to hear. You hear everything in the apartment complex practically. People talking, people moving, a rat that might be going through the very bottom of the basement at the moment, like 10 to 15 floors down. You hear a helicopter maybe about a mile away. You don't hear any vibrations that relate to the mob in this complex. Not here. 100%.
Cool.
To put it bluntly, one of them has like a demon in their head, the other has like 16 eyeballs, and the other has like antisocial disorder and a fetish for shadows. So I don't know what to tell you.
It is
No
kind of.
offense, Puddle Boy and having Puddle's luck isn't being the silver mob.
I mean,
I
being the
guess
silver
I
mop
also
isn't
wanna
all that
say
great.
what we're overshadowing here. If someone else has this thing, what can they do with it?
Well, I mean, no one has used it. Ian stole it from me, and he wasn't able to transform multiple times. I think it's pretty safe to say that it chose me.
You see he looks at it as you go in, and do you shut the door behind you guys, or do you just let him do it, or how does that go?
I just shut the door, let them listen, 'cause I don't care. So, do you know?
Know about?
Well, I just I am currently missing an object, and I opened the case and I found an orange hair, and I'm just kind of curious if you know of what was in this case.
I want to hear you
Exactly.
say it, Steiner. What are you missing?
Baby, no.
Ashley's face turns into a wicked grin.
I'm so
Ian
stressed
starts to
out.
forcibly pull
You
You
Ashley
see
away.
you see he leans on the like the footboard of the bed, crosses his arms and looks at you.
I honestly didn't want you to find out like this, and you probably knew for a while. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I kept a good secret.
He just looks at you.
The golden lampshade, silver mop.
God damn it.
I've been the silver mop.
Uh-huh. And when were you planning on telling me?
Oof.
It's a hard topic because I don't know when I'm going to leave. I didn't want to tell you because I don't know. I just
You see he walks very determinedly up towards you, him about maybe a half a head taller. I've known the whole time. And he hugs you.
Ashley covers her mouth with her hand.
Daniel's eyes are wide.
Ian, please just forcibly pull her away.
You're just like dragging her away, but she's still hearing anyway.
am I really that bad at keeping secrets?
Yeah, you really are.
I thought I was doing pretty well.
No, I'm sorry. However, I have opened it once, but that was a few months ago. And I left early this morning and I didn't check it. I don't know if someone came in the night. And I can do.
I don't think there is. Honestly, I just completely forgot about the mop missing after that. So dinner. Let's have dinner. Would it be so bad if I lost it? For me, I mean.
She looks hurt.
Are they still on the other side of the door?
I'm very confused right now.
I'm
I just
astonished.
I haven't been acting like myself. I don't know. Maybe I need some time off from it.
I don't mean to play a victim card for the city here, but the city needs the mop. Steiner. You're just gonna turn your back on all these people? Especially
I'm not-
after everything that happened today? People died.
I
And you
still
could've
went out
done
there.
so much more, and you couldn't at all.
Hey, relax, please, alright?
Sorry, Seamus.
No matter what his decision is, you can't force him to do one thing. If he wants to take the night at least, I don't mind, but I think you should consider trying to find it. Your friends seem to be willing to do so. I just want you to be happy. If that's without the mop, then that's without the mop.
I just need some time to think about it, you know?
Alright.
And, I'm gonna use inspired action.
Okay.
I'm just gonna basically amplify my echolocation to as far as I can.
Dang!
Just,
Okay.
I want to hear everything.
You better roll high
You
like
might
you've
overload
you've
yourself.
been. Roll me your perception, as well as a
Holding
toughness.
17, all right, that's good.
43. Good.
Ugh, rolled a 5. This is gonna suck.
Welcome to my mental health.
Anyway, so this is what happens. Daniel,
That's me.
you sit down, and you keep pushing your hearing as far as it can go, not trying to focus on everything around you or just pinpoint one specific location, but keep spreading your ears and echolocation outwards, trying to focus on everything as best you can. Starts to hurt your ears and kind of make you clench the muscles in your face, scrunching it up a bit. But you're doing your best. Try to find it. You hear people walking by the street outside, cars passing. You hear planes off in the distance. You hear a child screaming in one of the more suburban districts. You see people, a man buying coffee, a man dropping change down a drain. Dodging around, you hear the ships off by by the lake nearby. However, it starts to hurt even more as you push to the boundaries of the city. You even hear El Phantasma crossing the bridge on Island.
Ooh!
His distinct shadow step as Ghost Stride. You hear back at Beer Teach the construction working there. You hear the waves on the lake lapping against it. You hear nothing that reminds you of the mop in this whole city. From end to end. You can get about as far as you can
Your other mops?
across the thing. You hear mops of janitors being used, but not that familiar hum, the vibration of the silver mop. Not in the city. Not in
I'm
Arbel.
just gonna be like listening really hard. Then I'm just gonna, as soon as I find out that it's not in the city, I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna cover my ears and just like go down. I'm like,
You
oh!
see Daniel, as you're trying to bring the hearing back in, you're having a hard time. It just keeps going outwards until you're hearing trains in the distance across the way, miles and miles away from where you are. It starts to just hurt, and you're not sure how long you're in this agony state of not really hearing anything but a white noise and ringing, roaring of sounds, screaming practically. Cars screeching, buses slamming on the brakes, car crash somewhere in the city. You see you you come to maybe about 40 minutes later to the smell of food almost done. Scallops and the salad and shrimp.
I'm assuming my ears are bleeding.
You've taken 60 points of damage.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
that's
Oh
fine.
god.
Oh, I almost just died, guys.
60 point of damage. And
You haven't healed since
you
last
feel
time.
yourself almost in a sleep paralysis like state as you're just laying on your side. Anyway.
No.
Daniel, you see a slightly more familiar face as the doctors are kind of talking amongst themselves, and you see that your friend of sorts, Fredrickson, black hair with a white streak in it, X's that make up the pupils instead.
Babe.
And he's like, he just kind of looks at confused at who is actually here. Someone who can heal himself usually, and just says, "Daniel, you right?"
Oh, hey Freddy. So yeah,
What'd you do?
Mop's missing.
What? Mop?
Yeah, Mop's missing.
I mean, he's a 8-foot tall guy. He can't be that hard to find.
Not the dude, the Mop.
Oh, well, how am I supposed to know that? You refer to him as Mop.
I'm sorry, I just got a headache.
That's all right. Here,
It's the small
let's take him to this room, guys. And then you see they give a turn and they kind of transfer you over. All right, let's see. He puts a hand in front of him, 2 fingers up, and puts them kind of in front of his body a few inches. Then he puts the others kind of behind it, the same 2. He kind of looks through the 2 V's that he's making. His eyes kind of glow for a second and almost grow wider. What did you do? Surprised you can even hear me right now. Actually, I'm not that
very
surprised.
loud, but I can.
Alright, well. Yeah, relax. I got this one. Yeah, if you can take the room 304. Yeah, it's just something simple.
Follow him.
Talk to me.
Alright. Hi, Mr. Edmonton. Good to hear from you again. Alright, so I have some details of what we'd be able to do. We can have someone give you a chopper, but they will have to pilot it, one of our pilots. And you can only have it for 3 hours. Is that...
That'll work. But I do know how to pilot a helicopter.
All right. But just for protocol and what we would like to do with this right now, we would prefer to have one of our pilots on control here.
All right, that's
I
fair.
don't trust you.
And in return, if you'd be willing to meet with us in 2 days' time in the morning at 5:45 in the morning for an interview. In the meantime, Athena and El Phantasma are heading towards our town, and Jeffrey and Arya and Steinar have already got there, and you get kind of some messaging back and forth with Thalia to Jeffrey to kind of tell you all where to meet her. You see that one of the downtown offices for here administration, she meets you out the front of it. Are the rest of them on the way?
Yeah, that's the hope. I told them and they said they'd be coming, so that's what I'm assuming.
All right. But he is sitting downstairs and he is asking to speak. I just talked with him. He wants to speak with Steinar Stevenson. Up. He said it.
Called him by name.
Specifically as the mop or
He
as
said,
me?
I would like to speak to Steinar Stevenson, also known as the Silver Mop.
You wanted to speak to me, I guess?
You see, he hasn't moved at an inch until Steiner said something as the door slides closed. Would you like to know where your mop is?
So, you took it?
Yes, I did. Me
Why?
personally. Because I wanted to have a chance to talk with one of the biggest heroes in Arbel City. Knock on the door and... Kung, kung, kung. The general opens it. And in that moment, He steps up to. You see that Solemn stands up. In the same moment, he just seemingly walks through the straitjacket, the chains, the blindfold, and they fall behind him. He goes up to Steinar's chest, and they're gone.